Okay, it's a Wednesday night. We would normally have a Michigan Fly Fishing Club meeting. Instead, we're all under quarantine, so today I've decided to do another fly pattern online. We're going to talk about Bill Sailor Huddleston. Sailor Bill was one of the first owners, or the first owner of the Fly Factory in Grayling. He owned the shop from 1936 to 1945, and he was kind of an interesting character. For a while, he sold flies out of an old school bus. I don't know if you can see this very well in this photograph. But anyway, Sailor Bill had this interesting fly called the Sailor's Drake, and there's a lot of stuff that's been written about emergers and crippled spinners and things. The Sailor's Drake was a very, very simple fly that really covered both situations. You can use it as an emerger, you can use it as a cripple. And Steve Southard, one of the former owners of the Fly Factory, he showed me this fly, and it's just so amazingly simple, great pattern, easy to tie. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, as I mentioned, this fly is very, very simple to tie. It only has two materials, and again, they're just like last week. They're materials that were fairly common, easy to get. This is pheasant tail for the tail, and the body and the wing will both be deer hair. So I'll grab about 3 or 4 strands of, or 3 or 4 fibers of the pheasant. Tie that in. You can tie this really in any size you want, and really any color. This is a size 10, so I'm kind of going for something that might be a brown drake, emerger, or spinner. But you can tie them much smaller. You can even tie them much larger and use them as a hex spinner or emerger. I've already taken my deer hair and I've evened it up in a hair stacker, and I'm going to tie this along the body, sort of like what you would do to tie in the body on a Roberts yellow drake. That fly is credited to Clarence Roberts, but if you look at the books by Smedley, Fly Patterns and Their Origins, Smedley gives credit to this kind of body to Earl Madsen. So he was another legendary Grayling area fly tyer. So you just tie the deer hair on the hook, and then you thread wrap over it, and that gives you some nice segmentation, but it also makes the fly more durable by putting that thread over it. And then finally for the wing, again, just deer body hair. And you tie it in sort of similar to the way you might tie in the wing on a caddisfly. It's more sort of a down wing. You tie it there, and then just whip finish, and you're done. And that is really it. And you can see from the profile of this fly that it's very simple, but it'll lay flat on the water, which gives you that crippled spinner look, or it might be taken as an emerger. Just depends on what the fish thinks it is. So enjoy. Hope to see you again soon on the water. Until then, happy tying.